Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Mente coming through with some great gems about loan origination. If you have not already hit that like, comment, and subscribe button, please do so because you guys can get updates when I do upload a new video. Also ring that bell to go ahead and get those notifications. So in today's video, we are going to talk about if it's the right time for you to go ahead and purchase in this market. So I know everyone's kind of up and down about the market currently, but I strongly believe, and with my research and my expertise, believe that everything is going to be okay. And it actually is a good time to purchase a home currently. Now, if you have looked at the previous videos that I have posted on my YouTube channel, it's talking about the different steps to see if you're in the right spot to go ahead and purchase or get into the right spot to purchase. So if you have check marked all those boxes off and you are wanting to move forward, but you're scared because the interest rates are a little bit higher than what we're used to seeing. Now, if you take it back to a couple years ago, we were in the historically low interest rate, so everyone got used to the 1% interest rate, the 2%, and then the 3% interest rate. Now that those are no longer available, a lot of clients are scared. I personally think that they're not going to come back as that being that low, but I do think that in this market, it still is a great time to purchase a home, because when interest rates do drop and go to a lower interest rate, not the historically low interest rate, but a lower interest rate, there's going to be a lot more competition in the market. So if you find a house that is beautiful for you and you want the home, but you're scared and haven't moved forward, and you wait until the rates drop a little bit lower, well, there's going to be a person that's going to come, one, either outbid you, or two, pay with cash, and cash always talks better than a loan, waiting for the closing and so forth. Cash just speaks a little more volume. Also, it's less upfront fees right now. So if you find a home that you like and it's for a lower price, that seller is going to take it because they just want to go ahead and get rid of the home or find something elsewhere, because they know that the market is great to purchase right now because the interest rates are higher and everything is not in competition with everyone else trying to purchase a home. So back in 2020, 2021 roughly, there was no inventory. So homes were going so quick, people were getting outbid. It was just a lot of stuff going on when the interest rates were low. Now, do I think that Fed is going to lower the interest rates? Absolutely. That's just kind of how the market goes. It goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down. It's just a huge roller coaster that we all have to ride. Now, I'm not saying that you have to stay in that interest rate that you get this year. You can refinance 12 months, sometimes even 6 months after you've already went ahead and purchased the home. So if rates drop significantly and you want to go ahead and refinance, then you can. That's not a problem at all. And guess what? You're out of that interest rate. And also, guess what? You don't have to worry about the competition that's next to you. So this is a win-win for clients, and I don't think a lot of you are understanding fully, or you haven't been presented it this way. So it makes a ton of sense if you found the home, you've checked all the boxes to go ahead and proceed. And if you happen to find the house, don't be afraid of the interest rates, because interest rates are temporary. I want to say that again, interest rates are temporary. They're not going to be there forever. You can decide when you want to refinance and get out of that interest rate if it's worth it. Now, when rates do drop and we turn back into a competitive market, you're going to pay more upfront. So would you rather pay more monthly now until the interest rates drop and don't have to worry about paying more thousands upfront, and you can lean more in toward the seller costs? Because sellers can offer more discounts to you, especially right now. They're wanting to, because they want to get out of the home that they're currently in, whether they are in a bad loan and they need to get out of the home, or they're going through a divorce, they need to get out of the home, whatever the scenario is for that specific seller. They are offering a lot of concessions right now, and you don't have to worry about that as far as this moment today. Now, if you wait until interest rates drop, well, they're going to want more money. If A is talking about, oh, I can give you $500,000 in a loan, I'm approved, and then another person comes in, B, client B is saying, oh, well, I can pay $515,000 and I have cash. They're gonna go with client B. So why put yourself in that predicament? Get your hopes up high for something that is going to be a lot more competition, rather than paying a little extra if you can afford it, and taking a higher interest rate and just getting the home off the market and in your name. Ultimately, that's the question. So instead of worrying about why the interest rates are high, what is that gonna do for me? If you're well into the home and you like the home and you want the home and your box are check marked, then go for it. Again, like I said, there are a lot of seller concessions right now because a lot of clients just want to go ahead and get rid of the home or move on to a new home, whether it's a bigger space or whatnot. Now, there also is another option where you can buy down the interest rate. So let's say you get a 7% interest rate, you want to buy down. You can buy down points on it. So it's 1% for the buy downs. Now, buy downs can be a little tricky because sometimes it's not worth it. I had clients recently who had in their mind that they wanted to do buy downs, and it didn't make sense for them. I said, okay, well, you can take the 6.25 right now and just refinance later on down the line, and save that money that you have that you're wanting to do the buy down with. Just save it. Save it for a rainy day, or save it for something different. If there's something that pops up with closing costs, or seller backs out of their seller concessions, whatever it is, but save that money and then just go ahead and take the 6.25. Or even if you wanted to take that money and pay monthly additional toward your mortgage, then you can do it that way too. However, doing a buy down, unless it's a big buy down, or you're fine with the funds and it makes sense. And I kind of walk this through with all my clients when they talk about buy downs, because it gets a little tricky, and sometimes it doesn't make sense. So it all depends on your situation. But I would say for this video overall, do not be worried about interest rates right now. Because they're temporary. You can definitely get out of that interest rate, but right now is the time to buy. And a lot of investors are buying right now. So that should tell you something. If investors are purchasing homes right now like it's nothing and they're not worried about the interest rate, to the average Joe Blow like myself, who is not an investor, but it's a perfect time to buy if you're qualified, if your debt is managed, if you have the income coming in for the last 2 years, if you hit all the check marks that we've talked about in previous videos and you're ready, and the only thing that is scaring you is the interest rate, don't let it scare you. Because it will go back down and then you can simply refinance. Just make sure when that does happen, your credit is where it needs to be, at least above the 720 at that point, so you can get the best interest rate possible. You can also start off with FHA, and then by the time of you refinancing, then you can go ahead and switch to conventional, and that'll also shrink your payment. Unless you have conventional right away, then you don't have to worry about mortgage insurance premium. So there's a couple of different aspects of it. And my point is, overall, is interest rates are not that big of a deal. When you purchase this home, you're not going to stay in that home for the next, or you're not going to stay in that term. You're going to stay in the home, but you're not going to stay in that term for the next 30 years. You're going to refinance. And hopefully you pick the right timing to refinance when the interest rates are lower and it's a better benefit to you. But bypass the whole competitive market, because I've seen in the competitive market, I've seen a lot of different things happen, and a lot of clients upset and frustrated because their offer wasn't accepted. So it's best to go ahead and just take care of it now, get in the home, get comfortable, and then worry about the finances once the interest rates drop. So that's my 2 cents about it. I know this wasn't really a pre-planned video. I just was talking to a lot of different clients and they were not understanding. And then once I broke it down, they're like, oh, I see, that makes sense. Binte, you're right. And then they go ahead and move forward. So I don't want that to be your stopping point. I want you guys to keep going, because like I said, interest rates are temporary, and the moment that you can understand that is the moment that is going to be key and golden and you're good to go. So I'm excited. Go ahead and hit that like, comment, and subscribe button. This video was very short, brief, and just about today's market because there's a lot going on and different pieces to it. So I just wanted to get in front of you guys and explain my point of view and what I'm talking about with my clients. So again, hit that like, comment, and subscribe button. If this video was good enough, let me know in the comments. I want to know what you guys thought about this quick, short, brief video. If there's more you guys want to talk about, let me know in the comments, and go ahead, hit that like button. If you're not wanting to go for yourself and you know a friend who has, share it to them as well. And let's crush this mortgage thing together. But stay tuned, you guys, more good videos coming soon.